Is now a good time to buy? Let's talk about it. What's going on, good guys? Chris Newman here. Chris Newman Real Estate, chrisnewmanrealestate.com. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Is now a good time to buy? Yes or no? Talk about it. So if you're a buyer, even if you're a seller and you're thinking, you're looking at the market, you're looking at the climate of the market, interest rates are high. Oh my guys, prices are super high. Everything is going crazy. I don't know what to do. Here's my advice to you. Is now a good time to buy? I'm going to say the two words I always say in these other videos. It depends. Yes, it depends. It depends. What does it depend on, Chris? Well, I'll tell you what it depends on. It depends on a few factors. I'm sorry, I went too far. One of the factors is affordability. Can you afford to buy right now? Are you able to afford the down payment, the closing costs? Are you able to do that? Are you able to have the reserves? So most banks are going to request that you have 3 to 6 months of reserves in the bank for just in case reasons. They do not want you to buy. So your down payment, let's say the down payment is $50,000. However, you only have $52,000. You may not get approved. There's a big chance you won't get approved because banks do not want you to go all the way down to zero. The reason why they don't want you to go all the way down to zero is because it's a big risk factor. This now means that you'll be starting from zero and now you have to catch up because you have 6 weeks to now get that $5,000 mortgage or that $4,000 mortgage or that $2,000 mortgage. And you're at zero. Big risk. Banks want to make sure they get paid. They just paid this big lump sum to either another bank or to a person and loaned you the money. It's not your money, they loaned you the money. So they want to make sure they get their money back. So you want to make sure you have the down payment, the closing costs, and at minimum 6 months reserves in the bank. So now if your mortgage is 25, this is everything. Everything. If your mortgage is 25, you want to have $7,500 in the bank after closing costs, okay? After closing costs. Secondly, what you want to do, you want to make sure you have a steady stream of income. These are the factors that really are going to determine if now is a good time to buy. Do you have a steady stream of income? Is your job secure for the most part? Are you expecting to lose your job? Are you expecting to leave a job? If any of these questions answered yes, now is not a good time to buy for you. Now, third, the market rates are high. Yes, market rates are high. You want to worry about affordability. Can you afford this? So don't worry that the interest rates is 6-7%. The mortgage rates could have been 30%. Can you afford this payment? That's it. Can you afford this payment? If you can afford this payment, it does not matter. It does not matter what the interest rates are. Don't even worry about the interest rates. When the interest rates come down, if you wanted to refinance, you could. If you wanted to sell, you could. Don't worry about the interest rate. Could you find a bigger house with lower interest rate? Possibly. Could you find a better house with lower interest rates? Possibly. Could you have still chosen this same house with low interest rates? Possibly. So now you accomplished your goal of home ownership. Fine. You're good. It was a great time to buy. You love this house. You like this house. Buy it. You can afford it. Buy it. Get it. Fourth, are you steady where you want to go? Maybe that wording wasn't the best. Are you okay with staying in that location long term? If the answer is yes, great. So now you got these are the 4 questions that you should ask yourself when you're trying to buy or when you're thinking about buying. These are the 4 questions you want to ask yourself. The fourth one, the final one, I'm gonna leave it here. Final one, there's more. This is the final one. Are you okay with being in that long term? Remember, mortgage comes from, I believe it's the Latin term. I don't remember the actual Latin word, but it's morgue, right? Morgue, when you pass away, you go to the morgue. That's what mortgage comes from. Why is that because it's 30 years. So it's basically pay until you pass. You're going to have this loan for the rest of your life, the mortgages. So they're expecting you on paper. It's going to be different. It may be different. You may choose to move in 5 years, 7 years, whatever. They're expecting you to be in that location for 30 years minimum on paper. Are you okay with being in that section of Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan for a long period of time? If you just want to be there for a year, maybe it's better to rent. If you want to be there for 6 months, it's better to rent. If you're somebody that just moves around a lot, it just may be better to rent. It may be better to rent. Now, you don't have the freedom of doing whatever you want. You're moving around a lot anyway, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So now, if you're okay with being in that location for a long period of time, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 15 years, buy, of course. Why rent? If you can afford it and you're okay with being there long term and you're okay with that payment, why be somewhere for 15 years and just throw that money down the drain when you can put that money into a property, gain equity, and start getting your money back? Think about it. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys soon. Later.